Hello there. On this video, I'll show you how to set up a very simple A/B split test using Split Test Pro. To start, just go to the new test page. We are going to be doing a single page test. So this is comparing two options within a single page. So the place where you might use this is to test out two different headlines to see which one converts the best. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Now you need to choose one of your 4 test slots. You can choose an empty slot, or if you finish with one of your tests, you can just click on it and it will override that one. So I've finished with this price test, so I'm going to click on there. I'm going to call it a headline test, very simply. And my test description, you can put anything you like in here, and it's simply so you can recognize the test when you look at your stats later. But I'm just going to call this testing 2 headlines. Just like that. For your price, if you are testing 2 different prices, then you'll need to enter those into these 2 boxes. If the price is the same for both of these, which is going to be in our case because we're only testing the headline, still enter the price in there because then we can work out your cost per click and your earnings per click. So I'm going to put in my price as $47, like so, and I'm going to create that test. Now we've made the test, we need to get the code and pop it into the website. So we click on the Get Code button, we'll choose the test that we've just created, and then it creates some code for us. Now before I put this code into the website, I'm just going to very quickly show you what I'm actually testing. So this is my website. It's the sales page for Split Test Pro, you might recognize it. And all I'm going to test today is this headline here. How to explode your sales / refunds and discover exactly what makes people buy, against this headline here. How to A/B split test your website with ease and increase your profits by up to 300%. So when people arrive at this page, I want some people to see one of these and some people to see the other one of these. So let's get the code to do that. The first block of code, I'm going to select all of this, copy it, and I'm going to paste it between the opening head and closing head tag on my sales page. So I pop over to Dreamweaver, I need to look at the code. And then right at the top, you need to find this piece here, the head opening, and here's the head closing. Now you might need to scroll down to do this depending on what's on your website, but pop the cursor straight after the head tag and give yourself some room in there, and then paste your code. Where are we? Paste your code right into that, and you can see this is the start of the Split Test Pro code, and that's the end there. So if you need to delete this later, or if you're going to do a different test, you know where that code is to get that and delete it. So now back to Split Test Pro for the next piece of code. We now have the code to wrap around option A, which is there, and the code to wrap around option B. So I'm going to select the option A code first. I'm going to go back to Dreamweaver. Now my option A is that headline right there. So if I select it and go into my code, it's going to be selected. So I'm going to put the code around this entire line of text here. So if I just paste in what I've copied, now you'll notice, I just move this out of the way, my option A, which is all of this line, needs to go inside here. So this closing div tag there needs to be after my option A. So to do that, I'm going to delete where it says option A here. I'm going to select all of this option A, and I'm going to drag it into there. So now my code is wrapped around. So now we need the code for option B. Exactly the same thing. Copy the code, pop over to your website editor, paste the code in, and then I'm going to delete where it says option B here. I'm going to take my option B code and I'm going to pop that right in there. Now both of those headlines are now hidden from view. So when the website visitor arrives at the website, neither of those headlines will be displayed until it decides which one it wants to show, and then it will show one of them or the other one. So because of that, if I look at my design now, we don't see the headline anymore. But don't worry, it will show when your website's on the internet and people arrive at that. It just needs to know which one to show. Now, the reason this happens is because we can either show neither of them and then display one, or we can show both of them and then hide one. Now, if we show them both and people see that and then you hide one, they might see something that looks more appealing, so they might see a lower price point, so we don't want to do that. So back to the code. We've got some more code here that we need to take into our website. This goes on your order link. So we've got an example of an order link here, and we need to paste it into the code after the order link URL. So there's the order link URL, and that bit there is the actual code we're going to paste in. So I need to get that. This piece of code, you don't really need this piece of code. This is if you want to track when people click on your order link. Now, not everybody wants to track that, but please watch the other videos on the tutorial to see whether or not this is something that you want to track. So we go back to the code. I need to go and find my order button, which is right near the bottom. There it is. So there's my order button. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go into my code to have a look at where it is. And this is my link. That part there is the link, and where I need to put it is just after the link, but just before the closing link angle bracket. So I'm going to pop it in there and paste. It needs to be, it needs to be in the right place, otherwise it won't work. And I would recommend popping a space in there after the actual link. So we've now got the that's now going to track when people click on the link. Now, if you've got an order link in more than one place on your website, you need to put the link in everywhere that people could click on that so that it tracks it accurately. Now let's go back to the code. One more piece of code to copy, and this actually goes onto the download page or the thank you page. So in my case, for Split Test Pro, that's this page, and this is actually the registration page. So once people have paid, they will come to this page and they can set up their account. So this is where I need to post this code. And in this case, it goes again straight after the opening head tag. So I'll put my cursor in there and I'm going to paste. And now I've got my code pasted in, and this means that when someone's actually purchased the products and they get to the thank you page, this is going to track them so that we can tell you how many sales you've made. So that's all the code. You need to make sure you save both of those web pages, and you need to upload those to your server. Once you've done that, you can see here we've included all the code. Then once that's done and you start to get traffic to your page, you can go and have a look at your stats. Now at the moment, nobody's visited that page, so the stats are going to be completely empty. But I can show you one that we've already used. So this one here, this is a test that I've been doing, and you can see the conversions on this page are very, very, very low. But you can see, even though they're low conversions, option A is a very, very clear winner. We're converting earnings per click at 0.18%. $0.18 per click, as opposed to option B, which is $0.06, so 6 cents per click on one, 18 cents per click on the other. So that's the clear winner there. We can also see the click-through rate is 0.66% for option 1 and 0.21% for option 2. These are very, very low conversions. It's not a very good website. It needs to be optimized, but you can see by making a simple change here, we almost, well, we have tripled the actual conversion rate there. So this website is starting to get there, but we still need to do a lot more testing to optimize it properly. So make sure you watch the rest of the tutorial videos on Split Test Pro in the tutorial section, and I wish you all the best with your split testing. Thank you.